Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another Harmony One price update, and the current price for Harmony One stands at the $0.17 mark, and according to TradingView the market is up by 6.8%, and everything on the Harmony One chart is going as per the plan. And I'll kickstart this video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. So if you're interested in such content, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and stick around till the end of the video. So Harmony One started seeing higher prices in this Elliott wave pattern, having a wave 5 taking us to an all-time high. Then from there we started seeing lower prices in this ABC correction, having a wave C taking us to the low at around the $0.11 mark, and that was in these key target zones that I have down here in these yellow markings. And from there I expected Harmony One to continue pushing higher in a wave that can take us to an all-time high. So those were the key scenarios that I expected to see on this chart, and most of my buy orders were triggered down here in these yellow targets. And from those yellow targets, from around the $0.11 mark, the market is up by 53%. So if you enter the trade at around the $0.11 mark, you are up by 50 something percent, and that's not bad for Harmony One. And you can see on this daily chart that we have support on the 20-day MA and also on the 50-day MA. They are providing support at the moment. On the daily chart I also have this ascending channel where the price has been trading within, and today we have seen a breakout to the upper side of this channel, and we are also breaking above the resistance that we have at around the $0.15 mark to around the $0.16 mark, and that's very positive for Harmony One. And I expected us to, once we close a daily candle above the $0.16 mark, I think the breakout to the upper side for me will be confirmed, and once that happens, that will make me even more bullish on Harmony One, and I will expect us to go to an all-time high. And you can see on this chart that I've drawn an Elliott wave pattern over here from this low, having a wave 1, then a wave 2, then a wave 3, which I believe is in formation at the moment, and I believe wave 3 might be the longest and might take us to around this target zone on this fib level at around between the 0.5 and the $0.38 mark. That's where I expect us to land in that wave 3. Then we can have a pullback in a wave 4, then have a wave 5 taking us to an all-time high. So that's the primary scenario that I expect to play out on the Harmony One chart. So at the moment I expect us to, once we close a daily candle above the $0.16 mark, that is above this resistance that we had over here, which we have turned into support at the moment, I expect us to then have a retest of that zone, and once we have a retest, we can continue pushing the market high in this wave 3 that I have over here in the Elliott wave pattern. And once we see the reaction between the fib levels at around the $0.5 mark and the 0.3638, from there we can have a wave 4 and then have a wave 5 information. So at the moment we need to be very careful on how the price reacts to the fib level at around the $0.26 mark, which is at around the $0.17 mark. So once we see a retest of that fib, it's possible for us to continue pushing higher. It's also possible for us to have a rejection in this zone still and have a pullback to the lower side. And once we go below this support that we have at the moment at around the $0.16 mark and maybe have a retest of that zone, that would mean we'll be unlocking even lower prices for Harmony One, and maybe go back to this yellow target that I have down here and maybe even hammer into it, or we can find support on the 50-day MA or the 20-day MA, and then from there we can continue pushing higher in the wave 3 formation. So those are the key expectations that I expect to see on the Harmony 1 chart. So let's be patient and see how the daily candle closes today, and then from there we can have some further insights on how the market can play out.